what's happening? It's your dude, the merciless Reese L. Black. Welcome back to the booth. First, when I was up on Twitter, when I was just seeing what was going on in the world of sports and everything, what did I run into in my feed? The situation that happened on the Funny Marco show, Funny Marco's platform. Then, of course, when I hit YouTube, I see all these videos about Funny Marco. Now, this is the sad part. I know who Funny Marco is, but I have never seen any of his content at all. So I don't know anything about him until I recently started seeing him probably over the year in my Instagram feed, where he has just clips. There's these little 15-second clips of him just having these awkward moments with a lot of celebrities and everything, right? And then so the one that just kept trending the most, as you guys already know, was when he had G Herbo and Southside, the producer, on his show and everything. So this is what I decided to do. I first saw Funny Marco put his explanation out there on social media about him not trying to match energy and how he took many L's, right? So I was like, this is interesting. Let me go ahead and do something I've never done. Let me go ahead and peep his content. So unfortunately, this was my very first episode of me watching the Funny Marco. This is the very first episode I've ever seen. So I'm like, screw it. So I watched the whole thing from beginning to end. And we could go ahead and speak on it right now. So people wanted, basically the big question was this a skit? Now, this is what I actually think. What I actually think that, no, this was not a skit, but then it was. From what I'm seeing, what Funny Marco likes to do is he pretty much is he's your favorite troll, right? So what he does is he'll troll you on social media, and then he'll invite you on his platform, and then he'll troll you. But it's like light trolling. It's not negative trolling or anything like that. It's just really, really light trolling. He'll poke here and there just for entertainment purposes, but apparently it's funny. Now, the thing is this, I've also ran into the fact that I think her name is Bobby, the little white girl that basically does the whole awkward monotone stuff that Funny Marco does. Apparently, she bit his style, and they actually had an episode together as well. So it's almost like he put her on, right? But honestly, the whole monotone awkward thing is really not my flavor. It doesn't entertain me, because I'm just like, okay, how long is this going to go on? It's getting kind of old, but your niche is your niche, right? So going back to the show, I kind of noticed that when Southside and him were doing it, it's almost as if Southside's plan was to go ahead and troll Funny Marco. And when G Herbo came on, he was lit. Things just kind of got out of hand. But everybody had their own versions of trolling. Now, what's funny is Marco, as you guys probably already seen, he kept his demeanor. That if they're talking about he stayed in character, I'm like, oh, so that means that the real version of him would have gave flair, but he pretty much kept his composure just for the sake of the show. Like he said, he had a job to do, and it was like, oh, okay. So I'm surprised you didn't snap, right? But there was also an instance to where, G Herbo, where you see that he kept calling him dumbass, stupid ass, calling him stupid, just calling him out as just complete disrespect, but never really got in his face or anything like that. It was kind of like just these funny moments that everybody was pretty much calling disrespectful or even bullying. And of course, Southside joined in the fun, right? But the thing I think a lot of people out there was really upset about is that a lot of people, they tune in to see Marco troll his guest. They don't want to see the guest troll him, because that means that Marco pretty much just has to improvise and go along with it. Now, what was a little bit silly was the whole money thing, then the whole calling him out of name thing, calling the jacket or whatever stupid or whatever. It's whatever. I mean, none of it was still funny to me, regardless. I didn't laugh from beginning to end. This just wasn't my flavor. But the watch. Apparently, not even apparently, Southside broke Marco's $30,000 watch.
I'm giving you more respect than you deserve. No face. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro.
Hey, shut the fuck up, dude.
All right, let's get it.
I'm giving you more respect than you deserve. So it's like, I'm coming.
Damn.
Oh, that's a piece of shit. I'm calculating.
Now, what kind of bothered me was, why is somebody else giving Southside your $30,000 watch.
Listen, I'm giving you more face in it. Listen, I'm giving you more respect than you deserve. No face. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro.
Hey.
That part just kind of blew my mind. That MF needs to be fired. And because he just slammed it talking about it was a piece of shit and it just shattered. It just broke just like that. Pretty much called it fake or whatever. And I'm just like, well, for 30 racks, you would think that would stand, you know, be a little bit durable. But I don't know nothing much about like watches and stuff like that. But I'm thinking like, why does your man have possession of this watch? And if it is 30 racks, why is he just giving it to Southside to peep it and then just let him smash it? Why are you giving up something that valuable to somebody else just so fast, like they boys or whatever? I mean, maybe they were boys, I don't know. But it's like, why would you give somebody else a $30,000 watch, not knowing what they're going to do with it? Like, why would you do that? Why is it even in like reaching distance for somebody else to go grab it real quick? You know what I mean? Like, oh, you want to peep it? Okay, here. You know, you didn't even ask Marco. Hey, Marco, can you peep your watch real quick? He want to take a look at it to see if it's authentic, if it's real or whatever. And then let Marco make that decision. Like, yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out. And that's kind of what kind of made me think it was fake right there, because I'm just like, I don't know anybody who does that, but you know, folks out there are stupid. And what you guys were seeing, it was kind of silly and it wasn't funny or at all, but to them, that's how they roll. Some people have dark sense of humor. That was a dark as hell sense of humor what they had. But, you know, that's content for you. Now, apparently, this was all real. It wasn't a skit. Basically, they were coming on to troll him. Marco just wasn't ready of what type of trolling they were going to do. I guess there's disrespectful trolling, and then there's just comedic light trolling, I guess. You know what I mean? But that was just my take on it. You know, y'all let me know what y'all think and everything. And there's also something else I wanted to talk about too, you know, real fast. I wanted to go ahead and refer back to the video I did about, you know, this fake entitlement. And this is going back to the oyster girl who went in and slurped up over like, you know, 40 oysters and, you know, had them stacked on the table and everything, that video. And then apparently, oh boy, you know, dipped out on the bill and everything. I still don't think that was real because there was I just didn't see a sign of another person at that table. And I don't know too many men who will sit and watch a woman slurp up oysters while recording it on their phone. That's why I really wasn't like buying any of it or whatever. You know, I think like I said, content is content. And right now, the new content to make that's actually blowing up is the entitled modern woman, the delusional woman, and anything else that makes women silly and giving reactions to it. That is the new thing. That is how you get on. That is how you get your views up and everything. So why not get your W? Make this whole, you know, make some little skits out there about, you know, how men are doing this and men are doing that. But apparently other people are just like, ooh, you're making the ladies look bad right now. But I wanted to go ahead and talk about the videos out there where men are talking about the dinner date in general. So I wanted to basically give you the top 3 reasons why she wants you to take her out on a dinner date. Most ladies want the dinner date because they lack conversation. You don't really talk over food. You're chewing, you're smacking, you're drinking and everything, you know what I'm saying? The food is more important. If y'all gonna have a conversation, y'all gonna have a conversation about the food. It's kind of hard to like really, really chow down and just get to know somebody because the food is good, you know what I'm saying? But if I really, really did not care about what you had to say, I'm going to basically like, hey, we should go eat at this spot. Because on their end, not only do they get great food, especially if they're choosing a spot, because ladies, y'all got a good eye for restaurants. Y'all do. Y'all let that dude take y'all to that place that y'all always wanted to go to. But usually the conversation is so whack. It could be so vague. It could be so brief. Like if you're a dude and you pretty much, you know, you're a social butterfly, and you know she is too. What usually happens at that table? You know, it's a bunch of, you know, being on the phone here and there, too much looking around, not really paying attention to the person in front of you. And when the food gets there, you guys are pretty much either talking about the food or she's chowing down and she says she has to get about there. Most likely she really wasn't into you if she said that she had something to do after the dinner. You know, like, yeah, we can hit up there. You know, I do guys, you know, plans later on, but if you want to meet up at like 5 or something, bro, it's done. It's done. You got to have a conversation at the dinner date. They lack substance. Oh my God. There is nothing of any importance of this woman. That's why she wants you at the dinner date, because she thinks the same of you. Just think, there is nothing I like about this guy. There is really nothing about me that this guy should like. So you know what? I'm hungry and I've always wanted to eat over here. That's why you dudes, when y'all get up in that spot, it'd be like so quiet. You kind of feel like you're leading the conversation and everything, almost feel like you're dominating. She just has nothing to bring to the conversation because there's really nothing special about her. Just think about it. She needed to use you to get to this spot. Yeah, that's right. You allowed her to use you to get to the spot. She didn't go there with her homegirls. There was not no girls' night out for her and her friends to go to the spot because all her friends suck too. So yeah. She wanted you to take her there because she wants the experience. Why does it take so long for her as a grown adult to pretty much get an experience of this 4 to 5 star restaurant? They really want the dinner date because they have no interest in you. Listen for a second. The reason why I had to say that is because when women ask me out, because there'll be some times where I could be chopping it up with somebody and whoop, and they would just be like, you know what, let's get together. Like, you want to grab coffee or something? They're the ones who come up with the idea for the coffee date. They're the ones who basically want to just meet up with you, grab some smoothies and walk around the lake or something, kick it on a park bench. If a woman is interested in you, she wants that time. She don't want any distractions. A restaurant is a big ass distraction. Flat screen TVs with the game on and everything, drinks, other people talking and everything, loud music sometimes, soft music sometimes. And there's like a time limit because you just can't hang out at the table all night. You got to get up. Some other people, want to eat there too. But the thing is this, if she really just wants you to like, okay, where are you going to take me out to eat? She has no interest in you. She going to grub. But most women, if they are interested in you, they want you to themselves, as you should too. That's why the majority of us usually lead with, we're not going to say coffee date. We lead with, let's get together. Because let's get together is not going to give her an idea of going out to eat at a restaurant. No, let's get it together means like, I'm going to choose a spot where you and I can vibe out, where we can hear each other. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't do that unless they're really interested. And she's not going to do that shit unless she's interested in you or even agree to like meeting up with you, getting together, because that literally means I'm not taking you out to eat, especially from my standards. But if she's down with it, like she digs you as a person, especially your conversation, your approach, just meeting her, oh yeah, she's gonna be like, yeah, I'm down with that. And who doesn't want a smoothie once in a while? Who don't want to go out and grab an ice cream cone once in a while? You know what I'm saying? Any woman that wants to do that with you is a shoo-in. Any man, ladies, any man that wants to do that with you is a shoo-in. They want to know you. They want to converse. They want to vibe out. What's better than that? Nothing. Oysters showing the hell ain't better than that to me. But anyways, I just wanted to go ahead and throw that vid out there. And you know what? Tell me in the comments what y'all think. Go ahead and like the video. And y'all know how I do it. I'm out this piece. Good evening, Mr. Black.